I want to put my fingers up men's butt and I'll make them pay for it. You know what? And those who do not want that to happen, I will tell them if you don't, you'll get cancer. And for those that still refuse to allow me to put my fingers up their butt, I'll tell them I'll give them a deadline to make it more of a rush. If you don't do it before 40, you're gonna get cancer. You know what? And I'll ramp it up. After I get so good at it, I'll say, you must do it at 30. You must allow me to put my fingers up your butt. I'll be the best proctologist in town. Be the top 10 proctologist. Ah, how does one get to the top 10 position in proctology? That was, oh boy. Oh, so see, that's what went through the mind of a young, aspiring proctologist. He said those exact words. He said, I want them to want it, but not really. How does one go into that position? My man only podcast episode. Um, I feel sorry for all of us, but after 40, we must do the unthinkable. And we must refusely ask another man to put a couple fingers up our butt. If we don't, we will die. This is the only way you can convince men to, to have somebody put fingers up their ass. You must tell them that you will die if this doesn't happen. It's a very real condition, though. It's truly real and fearsome until you actually have uncomfort in that area and trouble sitting down. You actually go there and do it. Oh, but if you don't and you're perfectly healthy and you just want to check, well, I get a feeling that that's why uh, most men wait until it's actually bleeding to actually go get checked at the proctologist. My question here is, why is that position allow men and not just have only woman position? Because if it was a female doctor, at least it would feel kinky, like you're trying to explore some side of you. But if it's a man, I try to imagine myself going into an office and asking, "Yeah, I'm here for my proctologist exam." Just looking at everybody's face in the eyes, like dead eye, not even blink, just like, "Yeah, you heard me. I ain't saying it twice. You heard me." and then and then what happens? Do they tell you, "Oh yeah, go to that room over there, put on this robe. The doctor will be right there with you." And then go in, with those robes that don't cover your butt, and just lean. Just lean. There's like a chair or like a special chair. And then you just lean, waiting for that cold breeze of the door opening as the doctor says, "Are you ready for your exam?" Oh boy. So I was searching for the right word. I knew that it was proctologist, just wanted to make sure that's what it was. And so I just Googled it. And what I came out was like top 10 proctologists of Los Angeles. I'm like, top 10? How do you get to that position? Like, what? How? How do you become even top 9? Why? What do the reviews say? Now I am curious. Like, Uh, uh, who is leaving reviews? Who who is like, yeah, I just had my proctologist exam. The doctor was very nice, very professional. He didn't crack a smile. He didn't make any grunting noises. Uh, it looks like he does not enjoy his job. Great, that's good. Do you want a proctologist to enjoy his job? Um, we I need to ask the motivational speaker. They always say, "Do something you love, and how you will not work a day in your life." Whew. You think that doctor is? It's like all the other doctor stuff is so annoying. Like all the paperwork he has to do, all the insurance negotiation, filling up all these I don't know, pill bottles, and then as he is stressing over this mountain of paperwork, the nurse comes in. The room is there's only one lamp in the ceiling, like detectives of the 1950s, and a nurse comes in smoking a cigar, and she goes, "Patient is waiting for you for a pathologist exam." And the doctor giving the bag to the nurse, but we see his face, half his face, looking at all that paperwork, and he breaks the stress and gives half a smile because we see half his smile. He gives a full smile, and he says, "I'll be right there, nurse." Do you think that's the part I enjoy about work? Oh, the jokes. The jokes that must come from that position. If there's a doctor out there specific of the proctologist, and I'd love to interview that man. I'd love to interview you. I'd love to know what it's like to go through that study, to go through those classes. Like, do the people around you bully you all the time, 24/7, with those jokes? I bet they do. I bet they do. There's no absolute way you come out of that school unscathed. Without, like, every day you have to hear it about putting fingers on people's butts. My other question is it only man butts? Or do they also do female butts? Because, you know, the doctor has to be like, yeah, it sucks, but sometimes it doesn't suck. Sometimes it's cool, job. I don't know. That's a weird one. That is a real weird one. I wonder if that guy that used to do dirty jobs, the show, he goes to farms and goes denut a goat with his teeth. And he goes to clean the pipes under the city. It never occurred to me he should have gone to a proctologist. Be an apprentice, he always helps with a job. They give him the chance to do one himself. They always give him a chance to be like, join us in this dirty work. And I wanna see a proctologist be like, you've seen me do a couple of these already. Uh this patient has agreed for you to do the proctologist exam. Oh, that'd be a now getting fingered by a professional, passable. Passable. They study, they went through hell, they paid a lot of money, and they have a beautiful paper on the wall. And that say that their certificate on doing that one specific thing, and I paid 1,000 more. I paid 1,000 more. Let's put some respect in the profession, all right? Not anybody can do that. And then here goes the guy from Dirty Jobs, and he's like, this patient has agreed. And now you have an unprofessional, uncertified person with the blessings of the real doc to administer the dreadful exam. Now that is a contender for Dirty Jobs. Y'all thought dirty jobs was just, I think, blue collar is what you call it. Uh-uh. There's some office jobs out there that, as prestigious as they can sound, they have some dirt on them too. But I'm still astonished by the idea that you can Google top 10 proctologists around your area. And I'm still uh, astonished as to how they go about it. How. And I'm weirded out, but I got plenty of ideas there. His fingers were the perfect size. I give it 5 stars. The way he delivered the message. You see, I know that my time will come. I know I'm not sure if I'll share it when it comes. But how do you get out of that office? Thinking myself in the position. How do I go out of that room after that and look at all the nurses in the eyes, dead eye, as they ask me for a credit card? And then I'll ask them, when do I get the results? Well, does he have to consult with other proctologists and be like, well, I felt a little soft. I was a little rough in that. There was a curve. My finger kind of had to curl a little bit. It was, I really didn't want it, so I had to put some extra lube in there. Oh my goodness. Um, I'm hoping that I get the results immediately. I'm hoping, and if that is the case, then that's probably one of the fastest analysis in the doctor's world. When you go get some blood exams, they always take a while. There's some suspense. They do the cotton swab and alcohol. They poke it. They get some. Then sometimes they get some more, and you're like, why are they getting more? Whew. They're like, I hit the wrong vein. Let me put it back in. Um, there's a method to like take out the little pressure thing that they wrap around your arm. If they do it wrong, you get a bruise. And finally, when it's all said and done, you still have to wait about a week, a couple days for the results. It's not immediate. It's just not. And here comes the proctologist with his golden finger. Sometimes lube. No, I'm pretty sure it's always lube. Medical grade, all right? Oh, okay. And I was thinking, was it P. Diddy with the lube? He should advertise his lube to proctologists instead of like, like pill places advertise certain medicines to doctors. So he could advertise his lube. Moving on. His is immediate. Just sticks it in, explores a bit, maybe talks to you while he's doing it. I'm not so sure. I do wonder. I do wonder, and I will keep wondering, my dear audience. I will keep wondering if he actually speaks to you while doing a cavity search. I do wonder if he's like, yeah, it feels a little rough here, and then he just keeps probing. No, well, here, see some soft. See, I bet in doctor school they just tell them, guys, just hold yourselves. Do not speak to the client while you're analyzing. Let's put it in professional words. Hmm. Your client will, be happy with that. I bet they just do their thing, and then immediate feedback after that. After he finishes, he tells you everything about you, and then some more. He's not, he's the only person that's going to know you deeper than your wife will. but not deeper than your husband. And that I may assure you. Oh man. Oh man, dear man. What do we have in store for us? I still gotta emphasize, my guys, that the only way that they were able to motivate us to go there on our own will, at our own accord, and pay them on top of that. You're not free. We pay them with our dignity, and then we pay them with our hard cash. The only way they were to convince this is because if we don't go, we will die. We'll get cancer. If you don't let me finger you, mister, you'll get some good cancer. It's true. Nothing to joke about that. Absolutely not. A real profession with real degrees and real people. Now, I want to watch AI take over that job. Uh huh. Now, if you tell me that a robot is gonna stick its thing in there, a probing tube up my ass, now I think, you know what? That sounds hella kinky. I'm not sure if I want to go to a room where a robotic voice just tells me bend over and then automatically loops itself with like pressure. How do you like like these movies where they just go like these doors? What do you call it? Hydraulics. Yeah, it just has hydraulics all over that arm. Tubes coming out of it and just go. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would trust a robot anymore. I'm not even sure if I would keep my dignity even. I think it would be worse because I know for a fact that robot is recording. I know there's some cameras in that room for somebody to remote control that robot. I know. And even if he's using AI, he's using recordings to, how do they say, train train the algorithm, train the robot. So he's using tons of videos. Like that poor robot has constant replay videos of sticking that tube in there in order to train itself. Imagine if a doctor, a proctologist, was replaying videos in his head all the time just to make his job more trainable. That's a little psycho. But hey, a man gotta do what a man gotta do. So I'm not sure. You I think I'm gonna lean on the guy. I prefer a human over a robot recording me. 'Cause at least I know I won't be in the cloud. And they'll try to say things like, "Oh no, this robot is self-contained. Everything he learns, it has learned here." And, they'll say that to keep me safe. But I look around and be like, "Here, like you telling me that everything he's learned, it's from Austin people." Not sure if that's the robot I want. I'm not sure what he's seen. Austin says keep it weird. I'm not sure it will. Maybe let's get some cloud in there. Let me get some people from different cities. I don't want this robot to administer his Austin technique on me. I bet there's some better techniques out there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Proctologist, am I right? Whew. I hope I caught you with my introduction there. I don't actually want to stick fingers up anyone's butt. It is not my dream. It is not my passion. But I do find it it's perfect. It's a perfect attention grabber. Uh-huh. And just uh I wonder, I don't think doctors go through medical school thinking that way. I don't know. Maybe there's 1 out of 10 that do, but I think the rest of them are like, I want to be a doctor of some sorts, and they just kind of land in there. Life just does what life does, and it opens doors in certain valleys and alleyways that you didn't expect, but you took them because it was an open door. And at the end of that open door, you'll find an open booty hole. And that's the last door. Thank you very much to listen. Welcome to the Free Idea Podcast. And thank you very much. Have a happy Thanksgiving someday. Sometime soon is coming. Whew, you know who doesn't go to a proctologist? Turkeys. I now I'm wondering if women have to. I bet it's optional, but I don't know. I never hear it advertised towards women. It's always towards men, and they want to start you early. See, I was thinking this podcast right here is not child friendly because of what topic I'm talking about right now. But I've been hearing about proctologists since I'm like 8. Every kid out there, every man out there has heard this message. It's like they know and they prepare you from an early age. Just kind of like about the idea. They never really tell you when you're 40 that you need the exam. They go at every age of your childhood. Every once in a while they sprinkle it here, they sprinkle it there. You're gonna get cancer, you gotta get checked. At 40, you gotta get cancer, you gotta get checked. Whew. And they love how they always put the 40-year-old mark right there. And recently somewhere I heard that now it's at 30. I'm like, guys, don't push it. All my childhood I was been expecting, well, I still have like 12 years to go, all right? And now you'll just like boom. No, it's tomorrow. It's like, guys, you can't do this to me. You have to let me wait. You grew me up thinking it's still 40. And now you're telling me that it's tomorrow. You gotta hold back a bit, you know? Gotta push back in your life sometimes. That's where you become a bit of a man. And then you go and then they take that away from you. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's why they advertise it does. Oh, so yeah, I think this podcast is actually child friendly because I'm joining into that tradition of preparing youngsters of hey, watch out when you're 40, just putting the idea out there. Just putting the idea. It's free. Didn't cost me a single penny or dignity yet. Um it's free, what can I say? And if you're very young and listening to this, know that you probably have 30 years to get into that situation, and hopefully by then, uh well, I'm not sure anymore because by then maybe it's gonna be a robot administering. Hopefully by then the doctor is like a robot female, you know, and they make that doctor office like a strip club vibe with loud music and they dress this robot in bikini and something just to make it a little like you know like you know what I mean, right? Just keep some dignity. You know what you're there for. Once you get the exam, it's gonna feel a little cold in there because it's a robot. Um, but it's make believe. You actually went there to have a good time. And the bonus is that you get to learn if you have cancer or not. Um, what is the other thing that can be there? It doesn't have to necessarily be cancer, but some inflammation. I forget what they call it, but yeah, just eat your fiber, guys. If you're listening to this at any age, eat your fiber. Don't skip on it. Don't do just meats. Get some plants in there. Carrots and potatoes. Well, not potatoes. Get some plants. Get some celery, lettuce. I know it tastes horrible. I know it's not, processed like our wonderful red 40, but it will save your booty. you know? A carrot a day keeps the proctologist away. Just think of it that way. Just do your thing, due diligence. I love my fancy words that I just learned. I use them and abuse them. I don't know what else to leave you with, but thank you very much. This was very fun for me to say it. I hope it doesn't get banned or canceled. I mean, if I do get canceled, I'll come back, because it's not about how many times you get down. It's about how many times you get up and go get checked for your proctologist exam. All right, my guys, cancer is not a joke. Although the means to get to cancer can be a joke sometimes. Like if you stare at a microwave too long, I've heard that. We've all heard myths, which I'm not sure if they're real or not. If you have your if you have your phone in your pocket, you're gonna get ball cancer. Oh my god! If you look at a microwave while it's microwaving, you're gonna get eye cancer or something. If you go to the sun, you're gonna get skin cancer. If you eat this donut, you're gonna get some other cancer. Because it's full of, embalming fluid and whatever. It makes it soft. Oh, my goodness. But this was a very enjoyable episode. It was very not HR appropriate. It was not appropriate in any sense. Sorry for those doctors out there. In both senses of the word, but thank you very much for your sacrifice and work ethic, and we need it. We need you. We do. It ain't an easy job, that's for sure. Um, and I hope that people that lean that way are in the right state of mind. Let's just say that. Let's just say that they're in the um you know they arrived at that profession because they need it. Um, not because they were passionate. I'm just kidding. All right, it's all fun and games here at the Free Idea Podcast. Thank you very much for listening to this. Um, you have a wonderful rest of your day and week, and happy Thanksgiving. It's coming soon.